I work as a nurse practitioner and continue to see older adults with and without cognitive impairment in community settings as well as in long-term care. My research is in partnership with Dr. Erica Friedman, and we focused on the development of an intervention called the PAL intervention, Pets in Assisted Living. We know that with an aging population, there is an increase in cognitive impairment, not from normal aging, but from the onset of conditions such as Alzheimer's disease or vascular dementia or even Parkinson's disease dementia. And many older adults are choosing to move to assisted living to have more support services available to them so that they can continue aging in place in those settings that are less restrictive than nursing homes. Having pets has been an important part of many individuals' lives who live in these facilities, and having the opportunity to interact with animals is something that we often find is important. So the PAL intervention focuses on different types of interactions with a therapy dog who's accompanied by a trained interventionist to engage older adults with mild to moderate cognitive impairment in interacting by looking at the dog, touching the dog, using fine motor skills such as opening a bag of treats to give a treat to the dog, or also, and probably most importantly, walking the dog. And thinking back, there was one woman with Parkinson's disease who, when she entered the facility, had a lot of difficulty walking, but the dog was a major source of motivation for her. And the staff at the facility were even able to encourage her to walk when the dog wasn't present as a practice in getting ready for the visit coming up in the following day. And what we found was that individuals who received the PAL intervention had fewer depressive symptoms and also spent more time in physical activity. And this is really important because we know that older adults with cognitive impairment tend to have even more sedentary lifestyles than older adults who may not. And so having them engage in physical activity helps to keep range of motion of their joints, helps with balance and strength if they're doing walking activities. And for individuals who may not be able to walk, having that friendly, supportive visit and enjoying the time with the dog, making a connection with an animal that might be easier for someone with cognitive impairment to do than with an individual, with a person, particularly if they had pets earlier in their life, is something that's very important. Before introducing a pet into a setting like this, it's important not only to think about how that pet will interact with the residents who live there, but also who's going to provide care for that pet. It's something that's important for the staff to recognize signs of stress in the animal, because we don't want an animal who's stressed to be interacting with residents, and we want to be able to give that animal a break. So is there a time when the animal is essentially off duty? And I hope that as I age, whether or not I'm able to own a pet or not, that I still have opportunities to be around animals. It's something that's important to me and that I would continue to enjoy.